Hey guys, Josh here, and the first weekend of the Black Ops 4 beta is over. Myself and Chris have played countless hours, which I think puts us in a good position for some sort of review. I'll be splitting it up into the good and bad things that we have seen in the beta. Without further ado, let's get straight into it. In Black Ops 4, Treyarch have increased the health to 150. Initially that seemed like an odd change, given that we're used to 100 health in pretty much every Call of Duty game. However, with the manual healing system, it just seems to work. The increased health results in increased time to kill. Call of Duty is generally known for a lower time to kill, but this allows for a lot more skilled gunplay. Rather than getting melted by guns from someone that comes up behind you, apart from a few, but more on that later, you may have a chance to get behind cover and heal up before engaging in a more fair 1v1. The new control mode is a lot of fun and allows for a lot more team play, which I think is what Treyarch were going for with Black Ops 4. We found ourselves working out the best specialists to use in order to win games with much more ease. This coupled up with 5v5 rather than 6v6 improves this team play. The game doesn't have a winner's circle, and I don't think I really need to say anything else about this. It was a waste of time getting into a new game that just wasn't really needed. That being said, it may be in the full game, but we're not sure yet. The game is incredibly fast paced, which has changed from World War II that I love. Despite not having any boost capabilities, the high jump allows for high maneuverability. Joining this with the slide, while still being able to shoot, allows for some fast moving plays. I must say though, the hip fire when you're jumping is very hit and miss. Sometimes you'll be aiming right at them and it will hit them, but other times it'll just spray around them. And other times the reticle won't even be close to them and it will hit them. I play on the PS4 Pro, so I'm not sure about the other consoles, but the game itself feels incredibly fluid. I did hear that there were some FPS issues on the first day of the beta, but I believe Treyarch fixed that with a patch quite fast. Most of the specialists feel good. Some are clearly stronger than the rest, but there's a good balance between abilities. If you want to support your team, you can. If you want to run in being pretty much invincible with your shield and spray into the crowd, you can. I'm hoping for more specialists at launch, though as currently there's only a few that I enjoy using. That could just be me, everyone may enjoy the others. I think Treyarch have already said that we will be getting specialists, and I think they've said they will also be free. In Black Ops 4, assists also count for kills. This is a nice new feature because you could be in a 1v1 getting close to killing the person and then having another person on your team run in and get the kill. Obviously this isn't a major issue, but when there is an emphasis on team play, it is a nice feature to see. From what I've seen, there's a good variety of weapon classes. Most people use different classes, and secondary weapons now feel incredibly valid, especially the pistols. You could quickly switch to your pistol and still have a chance against someone. Spawns are a massive issue in this game. This may be because it's a beta, but many times in Domination my team has capped A and B with the enemy capping C, but then the enemy starts spawning at A before we've even come close to pushing C. There's also an issue with spawning right in front of enemies. I've been killed before I even had a chance to think about where I was going to go or what I was going to be doing. Connection in this game has become an issue as the beta goes on. There's many times that I've spawned into a game 10 to 20 seconds after my team. This results in me not being able to select a specialist or class. In normal play this is just an annoying nuisance, but in search and destroy or competitive it can be detrimental to the win. If you spawn in as the wrong specialist in S&D, you can't change as you won't be able to respawn into the next round. On the topic of connection, this isn't a connection issue as such, but the load times to get into a match are way too long. You have 30 seconds to choose a map, and then another 80 seconds on top of that to load the match, and then more time to load the map once you're off this screen. Treyarch has responded to this issue by saying the time isn't actually as long, and this way it allows you to change your class etc. rather than staring at a map waiting for the match to start. However, it does feel like an incredibly long time to be sitting around in the menu. Streaks in Black Ops 4 just don't feel powerful. The time that UAV and counter UAV last has been pretty much cut in half, even though they now cost 550 points to get. This isn't so much of an issue because of assists counting as full kills, but streaks definitely feel underpowered. On the other hand of the spectrum, the only powerful score streak is Hellstorm, and that one feels too strong. As an enemy, you could hear the announcer say that a Hellstorm is incoming, and then less than a second later, you're already dead before having any sort of chance of getting under cover. Treyarch have actually responded on day 3 saying they are looking at increasing the power of the score streak. The new Fog of War system no longer allows for flanking or stealth plays. The enemies will see on their map that you're coming up behind them before you are actually in their vision. This can easily be reworked by changing to a cone vision rather than 360 degrees vision. Some specialists need a rework, and even though I am playing mainly as Ajax, his shield is far too strong. You become pretty much invincible for the time the ability lasts. There's a couple of ways that I've considered reworking this. Firstly, I thought that the glass part of the shield, where you are looking through, could possibly become open. This rewards players with good aim that can take out the player. However, upon further thinking, this could result in Ajax getting melted before he can even do anything. The other idea I had was to either decrease the time you can stay fortified, or to decrease the ammo he has in his gun when he's fortified. This means that eventually they will have to shoot without using their shield. Another strong specialist is Nomad because of the dog. The dog is incredibly fast and one hits you if it gets close. To rework this, they either need to decrease the dog speed, decrease the dog's health, or make it a 2-hit kill. Possibly just to the point of allowing the player to clean up, because currently the dog can go on a rampage on the other side of the map, while Nomad kills ones on the other. The menu system itself is very tedious to use. The new cursor isn't needed and needs to be replaced with the normal D-pad system. They're trying to fix something that isn't broken just to call it innovative and make it different. The same goes for calling in a score streak. It needs to go back to the D-pad because I've held triangle sometimes, and instead of calling out a score streak, it just switches my weapons. Currently the maps all feel incredibly small and cramped. And to top it off, every single one in the beta has been a 3-lane style of map. I know there's obviously going to be more maps in the full game, but I'm hoping this isn't representative of this full game. Some of the guns are much stronger than others. Despite the variety of weapon classes, there's usually only one gun in each class that I've seen everyone use. Over the time of the beta, Treyarch have been balancing guns, so I trust them to fix most issues by the time of launch, or even before the second weekend of the beta. There are obviously many more good things about the game, and of course some other bad things, but these are the main things that need to be addressed. Overall, I'm enjoying the game, and I'm incredibly excited for the full game to be released. Over the next week, there'll be some gameplay videos coming out up to the next beta this weekend, where there will also be streams over on the RCG Twitch channel. When Treyarch were talking about their Day 3 balance, they said this: "We probably shouldn't reference the new map that you saw in the beta trailer, secret new mode that has been kept under tight wraps, new XP events, and or new level caps that you'll see next week." This means that next weekend in the beta we're going to get a lot more things that will be in the full game. So that's it for today. If you enjoyed the video, then make sure you drop a like, and I'll see you all in the next video or in a few streams coming soon.